Hey guys, I'm Dallin, a host of Dallin's Creations, a tech, gaming, cosplay, everything all in one channel. And today we're going to be looking into a new graphics card that AMD just released for the RDNA 3 architecture. So let's hop over to the computer and we'll go over the specs.
All right, so this report comes to us courtesy of Tom's Hardware, specifically about 18 hours ago, so a pretty fresh story. So, as the title suggests, AMD has quietly launched a Radeon RX 7400 8GB gaming GPU. So, RDNA 3 does get a brand new graphics card, despite them already doing RDNA 4 with the 9070 and 9060 series. But, I mean, RDNA 3 is still a perfectly suitable architecture, and if this means we're getting more budget-orientated cards, I'm all for it. Gaming's expensive, so this is fantastic. So, AMD has actually introduced two new graphics cards. The 7400, which is the one I'm kind of interested in, and then they do have a professional workstation card, the Pro W 7400. So same numbering scheme, just obviously two different markets. So the 7400 features 28 RDNA 3 compute units, equivalent to 1,792 stream processors, which is 12.5% less than the 7600. So this performance gap, while it will be noticeable, it's not going to be hugely significant. So that's good. It means you're still going to be getting pretty decent performance from this card, especially in 1080p, low to medium settings. Esports titles are going to run great on this. Some newer games may struggle just because of the 8 gigs of VRAM. We're already seeing that being tapped out even at 1080p in some instances. But, it's a budget card. So here is a comparison chart of the 7600, 7400, and then the Pro 7500 and 7400. So they all use the same manufacturing architecture and nano process. So in terms of transistors, they're going to be the same, die size, identical, compute units. We're looking at the 7400, 7500, and Pro 7400. They're all going to be at 28, whereas the 7600 does have a nice boost of 32. Shaders, you do lose out on a couple hundred shader units. It's fine. Again, this is a 1080p orientated card. AI acceleration is also cut down, say with ray tracing. So RDNA 3 already struggled with ray tracing. It wasn't a great performer. These cards are going to do even worse. That's to be expected. So yeah, with that being said, one really nice thing is the 7400 won't require an external power connector. So this is fantastic if you are trying to transform like an Optiplex or a Lenovo desktop into a gaming computer for the cheap end. So back in the day, and to an extent some people still do, but it's less common as graphics cards have gotten more power hungry. Back in the day, you could literally just go on eBay, pay like $50 to $100 for an old Dell Optiplex, and you would chuck in a graphics card. Nowadays, there's power splitters, so you can use like SATA connectors to connect a 6-pin to a GPU or an 8-pin to a GPU. That can kill your power supply and affect your computer pretty quick if you're not careful. So the fact that this doesn't require any external power connectors and it's just running straight off of the PCIe, fantastic. This is going to make great use of those older workstation computers where the CPUs are still plenty capable, especially at 1080p. This is just going to help, make budget options more affordable. Now, at this time, AMD hasn't revealed pricing quite yet for the 7400 or the Radeon Pro W7400. However, considering the 7600 and the Pro 7500 launched at $269 and $429, it's more than likely then that the 7400 will be more affordable. Now, in terms of how much more affordable, who knows? My guess is it'll be probably a sub $200 card at MSRP, but MSRP isn't accurate nowadays, so we'll actually see the pricing. But nonetheless, it should make a pretty great budget alternative, especially for those who want to do very low profile builds, as well as just some less power hungry builds. Say you want to build a server, you need video output, and you need good transcoding. This card would probably be great for that. So yeah, that's the new cards AMD's launching. Pretty unique that they're launching another RDNA 3 card, especially with RDNA 4 being the current gen. But let me know what you guys think. Are you guys going to pick up one of these cards? Depending on the price, I may actually pick up a 7400. Just plop it into a budget build and do a video on that. If that's something you'd like to see, let me know down below. And then also, this video is sponsored by W.GG. It is a drink company, and they were kind enough to give me a promotional code that'll give everyone 10% off if you use it. So yeah, feel free to use that promo code in the link below. Otherwise, this has been all for today. I hope you guys have a good one. Goodbye for now.